And I just want to, make it clear to everybody, when we say don't tread on Florida or let us alone, we mean that, including on your gas stoves. You're not taking our gas stoves away from us. That is your choice. And I know many people who cook a lot do not want to part with their gas stoves. And so we're going to stand up for that. They float this to try to do it, and they want to do it. I mean, let's just be honest. And then you start to see the narrative kick into gear, CNN segments saying how it's causing asthma in kids and all this other stuff. And so they start propagating the narrative, but then they got blowback. And so they've kind of had to retreat from it. And now the narrative machine is like, oh, why are these conservatives talking about gas stoves? They're trying to stoke, issues. No, you were trying to do it and we're fighting back. And so, but the bottom line is anything they can get away with, they are going to get away with.
I'm here as a friend telling them.
You're no friend.
Grow the blank
to these
up.
people.
If you look at the things that they're holding press conferences about, it's mind-blowing. It's just mind-blowing. It is all gesture, and they have a chance to push issues and talk issues. They just don't want to, so now they're talking about gas stoves instead of Vladimir Putin threatening nuclear war, instead of China threatening to go into Taiwan, instead of North Korea focusing on building a nuclear program that can launch nuclear weapons that hit America's mainland. They're worried about gas stoves.
The science is showing us that having a gas stove in a small apartment, especially with bad ventilation, it's like having a car idling there. And if you have young kids, it can affect cognitive abilities and as well as asthma.
A study in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health says more than 12% of childhood asthma cases are caused by gas stoves. Now, we should note the study was co-authored by a liberal think tank that advocates for electrifying buildings, which is kind of like having Colonel Sanders conduct a study on the dangers of beef.
The Biden administration wants to protect you. They want to protect you. The same people who mandated an untested COVID shot and then attacked anyone who was injured by it want to protect you.
I do think it's funny, the absolute utter Republican meltdown where they're like, you can take my gas stove or my cold dead hands. Or how dare you talk about gas stoves? You have a gas stove. First of all, I rent, period. Second of all, though, it doesn't even matter because by that logic, these are the same people who would have said we should have never gotten rid of leaded gasoline. Just because someone may have driven a gasoline car. Science evolves and gives us new knowledge with time.